Welcome to another Trucks Only update with our girl Jolene here. So it's been a while since you guys have seen her. We have done quite a few things to it. One main thing that we did is we actually got it running. Not much to see here, but we did do just a basic tune-up on it, plugs, wires, cap and rotor, gave it a new carburetor, new radiator, and actually the transmission was locked in place, so we ended up getting that rebuilt. We just wanted to get it running and driving. One, I figure for resale value, I can sell it as a running engine. It's a good powertrain for somebody, and to be able to just move it around the shop. Obviously it was over there before. I moved it out back, did some work, and then moved it around. So these old engines, there's really not much to them. A lot of them have just been sitting. Just do basic tune-up on them, and they should kind of fire right up, which is this one did. So we ended up doing a little bit of body work, not body work. If you remember, the front of this had a huge dent in it. I had a friend of mine come out who's a dent guy, and we were able to actually punch this out. Obviously, it doesn't need to be perfect. We want to obviously patina truck, so I just didn't like the huge dent in the front of this. So he was able to punch this out and get this kind of back into shape. And as far as the rest of the paint, rust, patina is concerned, another thing that we did is I called another buddy of mine who does body work or auto body. He was able to put the camera up to the panel, take a photo, and actually color match it pretty damn well. So he is bringing me a small sample of the color match. Now, I don't plan on repainting it, but I did take a lot of a lot of these pieces were primed and bondoed. I took that all down, and what I'll do is I'll just kind of color match and touch up a lot of these kind of spotty spots. So that's fun and exciting. Stay tuned for that. Another thing that we did is we sealed the roof. As you can see here, we did a seam sealer along it. If you look up Chuck C, I'll put a link down in the description for you. He's got a really good write-up on it. Buffing patina, because that's actually what we're gonna do with this, is we're gonna wet sand and buff this. Just kind of protect the patina. We don't want it to get any worse. We want to get a lot of the crap off, but we do want to wet sand it. So he's got a really good video on that. And he also has a video about sealing the drip rails, because a lot of times what happens is water gets up inside these rails and causes a lot of rust. So clean this all up, and then we put some sealer in there. So check out his video there. If you remember our video with Olive, our boy Chris came out and did a wet sand on buff on this, as well as that orange truck. So once I get this color match and wet sand it down, he'll come in and he'll buff this whole thing, and it'll just kind of protect it a little bit better. Another thing that we did was we took care of the floorboards. If you remember, they were really, really rusty. We went in and took care of those. So we did replace the floorboards. We got them from Dennis Carpenter. And then these panels here, they ended up being pretty, but that side had a huge hole in it. I ended up just kind of custom fabbing some of our own sheet metal panels for these here. And then we also replaced the bottom of the cab bracing as well. That was rotted out. So that's all solid now. Oh, another thing that I don't typically like dash pads, but I liked it in this particular case because it actually protected this killer interior, which I wish the truck stayed that color. Somebody repainted it this darker blue. Wish they kind of would have kept this aqua, but it's all good. This was the side that was really bad. I had a huge hole here, but we took care of all that. Basically took all the seats out, stripped down all the gunk, did the floors. We just did a quick primer on it. We're gonna go ahead and do like a bed liner, some kind of liner on the entire floor to get that up to solidness. So again, like this panel here, we'll go ahead and sand that back down, prime it, we'll give it the color match, and we'll get that all buffed up and stuff too. So this is the only panel that was really, really messed up. I know I said I didn't like Bondo, and I try to get as much Bondo out of it as possible, but this particular panel, someone had drilled a bunch of holes in and pulled it out, one of those stud pullers, made a huge mess of it. So for now, we'll do a little bit of body work on this side, get it color matched, and get it all buffed out. All right, so now the moment we've all been waiting for, what powertrain are we going in here? I know I've said that we're doing a 6.7. Unfortunately, after sitting down, thinking about it thoroughly, realizing that I just don't have the real estate for it. You know, you got to get 2 trucks, you got to take all of them apart, have 2 cabs, 2 chassis, all that, 2 lifts. At the time where I'm at with the business, I don't have the particular real estate to be doing something like that. So I reached out to my boy Craig from No Spark Innovations. He's got a 7.3 Power Stroke that he has put in a 64 F100. I met him up in Tennessee at the Pigeon Forge F100 show. So after thinking about it back and forth, I hit him up. I said, "Hey man, what do you think about putting one of those 7.3s in good old Jolene here?" And he's like, "We can make it happen." He wants to get those products out there. He's been getting a lot of interest in doing, you know, the 7.3 Power Stroke swap in other vehicles. So we're collaborating on that. He's basically putting together a long block package for me with all the swap components, wiring, and all that. And that's what we're going to be putting in here. 7.3 Power Stroke, diesel, not gas. We're probably going to keep the stock frame. I'm going to box it, reinforce it. This is a 250, so it is 8 lug. Depending on the time frame, I may or may not do the Super Duty axles in it. At the moment, I am working on the 2-wheel drive lift kit. It's still in the development stages for these trucks. So depending on where we're at with that, we might be able to just put that on here and run the factory 250 components for the time being. And then eventually, long-term goal, Super Duty axles, 4-wheel drive, along with our Super Duty air suspension system. The lifted version, probably 37, something like that. I know I've talked about 40s. To be honest, I didn't realize how actually huge 40s are. But we might get crazy, I don't know, because I do want to go with a bigger lift. A 6-inch lift is a good like 35, 37-inch tire lift. I might develop something bigger, probably 8-inch or 10-inch or something, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So that about wraps it up. And if you want to continue watching and being up to date, hit that bell notification. And don't forget to check out the website, hutcheswelding.com. A lot of cool stuff on there. Always products developing. Follow us on social media. And stay tuned for more, and have a wonderful day. Oh, hey there. Didn't see you there.
Oh my God.
Do you see my face, or? Okay. Because in the front screen, I can't see. We did start doing some body work, not body work. We're gonna cut that out. Anthony, don't look at this. Look at the tree. Ooh, cactus.